Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Thank you so much for joining our first information session around starting a career in the community services sector. My name's Kate Dobson. I'm the Relationship Manager for Health and Community. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown on how today is going to operate. We have two of our special clients that have come in today to talk to you about opportunities within the community services sector. So we have Omar from Kowasit Community Care. He's our recruitment officer. And Leanne Keir from Centacare, who is the recruitment manager. So both of these organisations actually have current vacancies on the go at the moment. So this industry is a really exciting industry. It's especially in this current climate, it's a growth industry. So just for your information, the government's predicting around about 170,000 vacancies that will be coming up over the next 5 years. So if you're looking for an industry to develop your skills and looking at opportunity to move forward in a secure environment, this is really something, a job that you might like to consider. So starting out potentially at a baseline role, there's certainly opportunities that can move into different areas as well. So with that as well, we've got Andrew Sulipa. He's our General Manager for Training for HELP Training Institute. So he's going to have a chat with you around undertaking the individual support qualification. So this is something that you can do also while you're working within the industry as a community care worker. You might do that in conjunction while you're doing your domestic duties. You can also be training to work towards becoming an individual support worker, which means that you then would have, further opportunities to gain greater shifts and opportunities to potentially develop your career from there if you want to. So I'm going to move over now through to Omar. So he's going to be our first speaker. So this is Omar from Kowasit Community Care. So thanks again for joining, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
How are you? My name is Omar. I am the recruitment officer with Kowasit Community Service. So Kowasit is specialized in community service in aged care, and we are as a provider as well. So we've been in the industry for the last 40 years, and our clients, they are all like regions, just like from Bribie Island and Caloundra north side, just like, and to all Brisbane regional area, and in south in Tweed Heads, and just like, so we have more than 5,000 clients at the moment, and we are trying just like to find and excellent workers, just like to provide the services for them. So as Kate says, just like, so this industry just like is keep growing, and it's been recognized by the government as essential service. That's why just like we haven't stopped actually hiring since last year. So even during the pandemic, we just like maybe we stopped for 3 or 4 weeks, and then we came back just like to hiring. Recently, we just like we had to stop or close the portal, just like from accepting more referrals of the clients, because we didn't have the capacity just like to cover all the needs. That's why we are currently hiring actively, and we in the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks we are required between 15 to 20 new workers for Brisbane and our Gold Coast office. In Kowasit, we have 2 roles. So we have the community care worker is for the qualified people in aged care or disability. So the requirement for this role is the minimum certificate 3 in aged care or individual support or disability. Also, just like the requirement for this role, you must have a car because it's working in community, and the car just like and with the comprehensive insurance and the clear national police check. So the duties of this role, just like because it's for the people that are already finished their qualification in aged care, so that they will be able to do all the duties of this role, which is the personal care, domestic assistance, socializing, and transporting the clients. So they will have the opportunity for one-to-one care to the clients. And the other role, we call it domestic assistance worker, is for the applicants that are yet to be qualified in aged care or disability, and they will be able to do a domestic assistance and uncombined shopping for the clients. So we usually just like we have them on board, both roles, just like the probation for them is just like 6 months. And after that, you will be able just to work as a casual workers with us for up to 12 months. Then you will be able to be a permanent part-time. In COASIT, just like I've been with COASIT for around 18 months. It's the environment of COASIT is just amazing. Just like we are working as a family, and the type of support to the workers is just great. I think, and there is heaps of opportunity for professional developments. So you can see just like for these roles, they are completing each other. So the domestic assistance worker is the entry level role. Then you will be able, when you will be qualified, just like to go to do the community care worker. And some of our even like program support officers and the coordinator, they were actually workers themselves. And also just like for those applicants, they will be like they have some qualification in diploma in nursing. They will be able to do the nursing role with us, because we have a very big team of nursing and allied health as well. So you will, if you have any questions at the end of the session, I will be more than happy to answer it for you. In terms of like the pay rate or just like the travel.
Yes. I've got a question. Basically, yes, I've done hospitality 9.5 years in housekeeping.
Yes.
The role sounds interesting, but my problem is I don't have a car or license. So how do I get around that?
Well, you need to get a car and license.
Correct.
I don't have a car or license.
So you already have the 9 years of experience. That means you have heaps of like transferable skills to be able to do the work in aged care. However, as I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, because the work is in community, just like so, the car and the license is very essential for this role. So without them, unfortunately, we can go ahead with your application. But I'm pretty sure, just like there is many ways, just like to get the help and to get around this.
I mean, is there any other roles I could possibly do that doesn't involve a car or a car license, which I don't both have?
Unfortunately, not in COASIT, because as I mentioned, just like we are essentially, we are a community care. So most of our clients, that they are still living in their home, and the main role is just like to make like live their life independence and just to delay the process of them going to the residential or nursery home.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will give it back to Kate, and just like I will be around just like later on. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer it. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Omar. Very much appreciate that. We're going to move over to Leanne now from Centacare. So Leanne's going to have a chat around the opportunities with Centacare. So over to you, Leanne. Oh, sorry, one moment. We've actually got you muted at the moment, so I'll let you know when we've got you unmuted. Excellent. Oh, we had it there for a
She
moment.
should be able to unmute on her screen.
Leanne, are you able to try and unmute on your screen? Is that possible?
Yeah.
How's that?
Perfect. That's perfect. Thumbs
Okay.
up. Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity as well. Like Omar, I think we do very similar work. So Centacare Community has been as an organisation around for about 60 years. So we cover a huge range of services, including aged care, disability, mental health, pastoral ministries, prison ministries. We also have a service called Child and Family Relationship Services as well. But I'm here today to talk about our aged disability and mental health services. So we cover the whole of South East Queensland. We are a community-based organisation. So we have services in Hervey Bay all the way down to the Gold Coast, out into Kingaroy, and also Ipswich. So a really large area that we cover. At the moment, like Omar said, we're looking for staff, probably around 100 staff all up across all of our regions. In the Brisbane area, like 50 right now. I could employ 50 right now across our age, disability and mental health. So we do similar work. All our work is out in the community, doing whatever it takes for our clients to the life that they want. So, you know, if they've got goals, we're there to support. So we're looking for people who are really passionate about enhancing the lives of the people that they're supporting. So, you know, going along there, supporting them to reach their goals. And that could be anything from learning to cook to, you know, taking up a sport or a hobby. So we're looking for people who have that flexibility, maybe the skill sets, you know, that passion for working with people, plus they have other special skill sets that we could utilise to meet our clients' needs. So we also provide a lot of training. So like we have expectations of our support staff, you know, along with those prerequisites that Omar mentioned. Our staff do need to have a car and a driver's licence because we are community based. We're working out in people's homes. So you need to be able to get out and about visit them. In aged care, you could be seeing like 4 or 5 clients in a day, so you need to be driving from, you know, client to client. You know, so that's why you need a car. In disability, look, similar, but you also could be working in what we call similar environments, so supported independent living, where people are living within their own home. They may be living with some flatmates, and they require full 24/7 support. So those shifts are a little bit longer, so they could be up to, you know, 8-hour shifts. But also our disability client, we have disability clients who also require those shifts. And then our mental health team as well, homes, it might be like a couple of hours where they just need some banking or some personal grooming, up to, we also do still houses as well where people with mental health issues are being supported in their own home 24/7. So likewise, in aged care, it is really beneficial to have that Cert 3 individual support. Otherwise, you are limited, like Omar said, to doing unsupported shopping or domestic assistance. A little bit different in disability and mental health. You don't need that qual at the moment, although it's highly regarded if you do have that qualification or experience in disability. But because we expect the best from our staff, because, you know, we want to provide our clients with the best possible service, we do provide training. So we have a 4-day induction program where our staff, including volunteers and our students, attend that induction. It's normally pre-COVID, like it's have it sort of spread around those villages in Hervey Bay, Brisbane and down the Gold Coast. At the moment, we're doing all our training via Zoom, and that's working out quite well. So from there, you go on and day 5 of that week, orientation. So you'd go out to the service, you'd be oriented to the team. So you'd meet the different people on the team within that region. So within it, we have 6 regions throughout South East Queensland. So each region would have a general manager, some operations managers who manage disability or age care or mental health, and then you'd have your service delivery manager. So you'd actually be out there meeting the person that's going to be your supervisor. So they'd be making sure that you've got all your PPE that you need. So we provide all our staff with tablets to be able to do your time and attendance, and also things like reporting. It's all online. And then from there, we have like a 6-month program where we call it the journey. So throughout that the first 6 months, which if you're a permanent part-time person, is your probation period. And throughout that period, you have a constant connection with people within your service. So your service delivery manager would be calling you at designated times throughout that period to see that everything's going okay, if you need extra training, if there's been any issues that need to be resolved, that kind of thing. And also then in week 5, so you finish your induction, you come in week 5 and you do another day of induction as well. So quite comprehensive. From your induction program, you'll then go on and do your buddy program. So you'll be buddied up with a senior support worker or a support worker who's experienced in providing that information. And that's more client-related information. So that's age, disability and mental health. The program is the same. The amount of buddy shifts would be a little bit different depending on the program for each of those areas. What else? We do take a lot of students for placements, so we're very happy to take doing Cert 3 and need their 120-hour placements. Service delivery managers quite all over what the requirements are to be a supervisor, paperwork, etc. And we try to give students quite a broad range of experience across age, disability, but we can also provide some mental health training as well. So is there anything else that people would like to know? So the other things that we do need, apart from a car and a driver's license, is first aid. That's pretty standard, the sector. You'll also need 3 forms of criminal history screening. So we need a blue card, a yellow card, and for us, a police check that's current within 3 months. So I know the police checks last for 3 years, but our policy is it's got to be current within 3 months of starting work. And then also sector-wide now, you need to do your NDIS, work orientation module, which takes about 60 minutes. About 90 minutes. Yeah. So that's pretty standard across the sector as well now. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I've got a question. I've got previous experience, qualifications in community services and youth work. Would those skills be transferable for these roles?
Most definitely, most definitely. Our age range, I should have mentioned that. So, of course, in aged care, it's over 65. For disability, it could be anywhere from, we support children and adults. So, and we do have some children's programs out at mainly in our southwest region. So that's our Darra, the offices at Darra, and they work in that southwest area. So Forest Lake, Inala, Ipswich, Oxley, that kind of area.
Right. Lovely.
Yeah, but definitely, like we have clients who are sort of, in the younger age range as well. But definitely that would be a qualification that you could use.
Lovely. Thank you.
Disability and mental health. So with mental health, the team are really keen to also, you may not have qualifications, but if you've got lived experience in mental health, they're very keen to talk to people as well who are interested in becoming mental health workers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Leanne?
That question too about the gentleman who's worked in hotels doing, customer service is really important to us, and I think those kind of qualifications or those skill sets are really easily transferable to this arena. So like retail, if you've, retail and hospitality, most definitely. Communication skills, that sort of thing. And if you've got, if you're okay using technology, so, whilst we do use the tablets for, you receive your roster on your tablet, you do your incident reporting, on your tablet. They're fairly basic applications. I think most people would be okay to use those. But, if you've got tech skills, we've got new and innovative programs starting all the time. We've got one that's just about to start where people are moving into, so people who have a physical disability who aren't living currently in a suitable accommodation are now moving into a purpose-built accommodation within a unit block. So we'll be providing support to them. So the staff we're looking for staff who have some there, because everything will be automated for them. So like from opening the door, opening the lift, to closing and opening their curtains, they'll have an app there that they'll be using to do that. So we're looking for staff there who have a little bit of technical knowledge, just as, being able to support them if something goes wrong with their technology, I mean.
I have a question. I have over 20 years or so in hospitality with kitchen operations, and I'm qualified in that.
Yes.
However, I don't have a car license or anything, but is there some sort of facility that I can work in where I just need public transport to get to, that I can work on a permanent basis?
Not really. Even in our centres, there would be driving involved, because our staff don't tend to just work in centres. They tend to work in the centres for some of their shifts and also out in the community.
All right.
But even in the centres, they'd be going out and doing social activities. So a lot of them actually require driving of a bus or a small van, because they'd be taking, maybe 12 people out in a bus. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep. The other thing too is, if you needed to be redeployed to somewhere, like at the moment, like during that COVID period, we had to deploy staff out of the centres and out into the community to cover shifts. So, unfortunately, it is one of our requirements. Yeah. Okay. So we don't have facilities as such. Like we don't have aged care facilities. All our work is out in the community.
Okay.
But we do, but I didn't mention that actually, we do have like some day centres in both disability and aged care where people come in and do social activities and centre-based activities. But even then, it could be they're going out, they'll meet at the centre, but then they'll be going to aqua aerobics, or they'll be going and doing their fruit and veg business, or, doing different stuff. They need to be driving.
Day-to-day stuff. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I have a question, thanks. I've done customer service for 33 and a half years, did hospitality for 3 months, and I've just started doing community aged care for the last 4 months, and I've just started doing a Cert 3 in hospitality, in individual care, I'm sorry. Now, if I were to try and get employment with one of these agencies, would these be okay that I've just started my Cert 3, or do I have to recommence that from the beginning with them?
No, have you finished? Have you done how much of your course have you done?
I'm only on to the second module. I've only just started it about 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. There are some services who will take people who are currently studying. Yep. All our services are a little bit different depending on where you live. Yep.
Yeah, I'm at Bribie Island, same point. So I'm doing the domestic part at the moment, going in and cleaning their homes and doing the shopping for them. But would like to proceed to be able to take them to appointments and take them shopping and help fill out forms and things like that for them.
Yeah, yeah. So you need to finish a cert before you can do that.
Okay, so at the moment,
That's a requirement for aged care, for aged care, not disability. Yeah.
it's for cert 3 in individual care. Yeah. So
Yeah.
at the moment, you don't have any base jobs in centre care.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You don't have any base level jobs for like domestic community services.
Yeah, we do.
So I try and apply for that while I'm doing my cert 3.
Could apply, most definitely.
Okay, great. Thank you.
The other thing that I didn't mention too is the work that we have is permanent part-time.
Oh, great.
So we like people to commit to at least 25, 26 hours a week.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yep. We do have casual positions as well, but we like our staff to have a permanent roster. And that's because our clients also like, you know, to have their own staff.
Yep, that'd be great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick follow-up question about that. What does it tend to come into shift work, or what are the hours like with the type of jobs that you're talking about?
There's lots of different hours. So morning shifts, afternoon shifts, like evening type shifts, and then sleepovers. Not in aged care, it's mainly day work into the evening. We do have some respite services which are 24/7. Yep. But a variety of shifts. And weekend work. So like the more flexible you are and the more available you are, the easier it's for us, you know, to give you the hours that you want. But ideally, you know, we'd love people to work up to 35 hours a week.
Is there any particular community service type jobs that tend to just be through day hours and not running into the nights or weekends or anything?
Definitely aged care are more daytime, so they tend to start early. If you've got a qual, you'd be starting off doing your showers in the morning, so it could be like, you know, 6, 7 o'clock start, maybe up to about 7 o'clock at night, just depending on the client's needs. If they want an evening shower, you know, shopping domestic is usually like that daytime period. In disability, you probably need to be a little bit more flexible. They like people to like share the load of the sleepovers and the weekend work. Yeah, because everyone wants day work. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
They try to mix it up. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you for that.
That's okay. And of course, like for those, so our spread of hours are 6 till 6, so 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So anything outside those hours attracts penalty rates. So depending, and your pay level depends on your qualifications and experience. But then on top of that, you do get rates, and the sleepovers also for us attract an allowance. So depending on which night of the week it is, depends on how much that allowance is. So, and we pay for all your training as well. So the induction training and the follow-up training is all paid. You're a paid employee, unless you're a student, of course, 120 hours.
Hi, good morning, Leanne. I just want to ask one of the question on behalf of myself. I completed my certificate 3 and community service certificate 3. Realistically finished, but haven't started somewhere to work. Any possibility to start as a basic level, or what is the position if someone completed certificate 3, the looking at work, what's the procedure and what level I can apply for that position?
Okay. We currently advertise on Seek. So all our positions that we've got available are currently up there, although I've got a couple more to place today. But we've got an ad currently on Seek for all the positions that we've got.
You mean you advertise on Seek website?
We advertise on Seek, that's correct.
What's the company name, please?
Centre Care.
So
it's CENTACARE.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Any further questions for Leanne?
how's it going to work out for my situation? I've only done, what is it, about 9.5 years in hospitality. I have a Cert 2 in retail. I don't have a blue card, and I don't have car or license, just relying on public transport.
Yeah, that's difficult. Like I said before, it is one of our prerequisites to have a car and a driver's license, because our clients are all out in the community, living in their own homes. So we need to be able to get to them, for work, and especially in aged care where you'd be taking them out shopping, or if you didn't have the qualifications, you'd be popping out to do their shopping potentially. And even with domestic assistance, like you'd need to be seeing 4 or 5 maybe clients a day, and travelling.
Final questions for Leanne? Anybody?
So Leanne,
I'd just like to say, if you've got, sorry, were you talking, Kate?
Oh no, that's okay. Go ahead.
Could I just say, like, if you've got a real passion for working with people, it's a fantastic sector to work in. I've worked in the sector for 23 years, and with Centre Care for 23 years. So I've had lots of opportunities because we are a large organisation. There is opportunities for career pathing, so getting at that entry level, and then there is that opportunity to work your way up through the organisation. And with NDIS, there's lots of opportunities. We have an NDIS team, for example. We do case management as well in that arena. So there's lots of different opportunities. We do rostering as well. Always looking for. So it's not just the age, disability, and we have lots of other positions as well, which are all advertised on Seek. So for those people who don't have a car and a driver's license, and you have an interest in rostering, there potentially could be that opportunity there. But what we say is, like, if you've got the passion, we can train you. That's sort of what we feel. We can't make people have a passion for working with people, but we can certainly provide you with a supportive culture and the training to make you, support you to be a good worker.
Fabulous. Thanks, Leanne. Any final questions for Leanne?
Yeah, I've got a question here. What about if a person doesn't have any background working history in this industry, want to start, as you said, at an entry level? So where do we start?
Well, a good start would be like doing your Cert 3 in individual support. If you're interested in disability, we have services that are happy to take on people who are new to the industry, and to coach them and mentor them. But I think, like, my advice would be to enrol and do your Cert 3 in individual support.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean if a person get enrolled into that, then it will be in contact with you guys, or just to do that after I finish that certificate, and I can get back to you? Or how does it work?
So actually, coming up next, we have Andrew is he's our General Manager for Help Training Institute. So he's going to talk about the option of going into the individual support qualification.
No worries.
So no further questions for Leanne?
There's a couple comments in the questions in the comment section asking about, to clarify, whose cars get driven, whether it's, say, our car or a company car.
Yeah, no, you need your own car.
So you'd need your own car, and you'd need to have fully comprehensive insurance with your car.
Yep. We do pay mileage and travel, so we need to our clients in the community in your own car, we do pay you mileage and travel allowance.
So everybody happy?
Yes, thanks.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Leanne. Really appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
So,
it's lovely meeting everybody.
So thank you. I'm going to invite Andrew now to come and have a chat just around the training side of things. So I'll just swap over now. Thanks, Andrew.
No problem. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. I just want to say thank you to both Leanne and Omar. This is some great opportunities, especially if you're looking at what's happening in the future of Australia and the industries that are growing. At the moment, you'll see the community service sector is growing largely. So it's important for you to understand that when you go into these roles, there's a lot of opportunities within these roles that you can grow into. But again, thank you, Leanne. Thank you also to Omar for these opportunities that's provided to all of our job seekers, and as well as everybody that's involved in this webinar or face-to-face link. So both Leanne and Omar spoke about the entry levels, which it's a great opportunity for you to get in there. But also I want to speak to you about the Individual Support Certificate 3. So it is a qualification that is a minimum that you'll need to go into the aged care facility or disability facility. But we want to make sure that when you go into these roles, there's an opportunity for you to actually get this qualification while you're working in these baseline roles like the domestic roles. So it's a great opportunity. Some of you guys may already have a Certificate 3, and that's okay. There is what we call boost funding, which is second chance funding. So if you don't know that, we can provide that information to you guys. What that means is that if you've done a qualification and it might not be the industry that you're currently working in, or that you want to go into something different, there's a second chance funded program that's available for you to complete your Certificate 3 in individual support. I just heard Leanne say something about being in the industry for over 27 plus years. Is that right, Leanne? A long time, for a very long time.
Sorry, I've unmuted you. Sorry, I missed that.
No, I was just saying that you've been in the industry for a very long time.
23 years. Yeah.
Over 23 years. I'm sure that Leanne started somewhere where this whole program is going to start. So what I want to say that it's just an entry level for you to hit your foot into the door, but then you can obviously expand your skill set in different areas of the aged care or community sector. But a great opportunity for everybody. So I want to encourage you guys to really get and have an understanding of what Certificate 3 individual support is. We're here to help you guys and to achieve that. We're here to make sure that you can be qualified in different areas. But again, a good opportunity to get your foot in the door. Yep. So if you got any questions in regards to the qualification, let us know. We're here to help you. Again, thank you to Omar. Thank you to Leanne. Some great opportunities that lies ahead for everybody that's in this part of this this link. Thank you, guys.
So just a bit of a where to from here. So just so that you know what will happen if you're interested in the information that you've heard today, we will be automatically sending you out an email with a link to register for an application. So from that, once you click on that link and say, yes, you're interested, our team here will be making contact with you to have either a conversation or a face-to-face through Skype or whatever medium that is suitable, just to give you, just to do a screening to make sure that you've got the right background and experience or like passion for the industry. So we will shortlist you from there and let you know how you go moving forward. Okay, so does anybody have any questions around that? I think we're all good.
I think so.
I'm really unsure. Yeah, I'm really unsure about this industry. It's mainly the transport side of things and having the blue card and all that. Because I don't have that sort of ID.
Nathan,
I mean, I could.
yeah, Nathan, I think if you're able to click on the apply link afterwards, we can have a conversation to make you feel comfortable around what the requirements are for this position. So just to give you further information. And if you don't have the specific requirements, we can talk to you about opportunities or ways of entering into that industry as well. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm not too sure because I was actually doing an online course, Cert 3 in retail, but I got kicked out of Nunda help. Yes. So it's kind of like pretty hard for me to, if I'm going to have to find a Wi-Fi, I've got to use the shopping centre Wi-Fi because I don't have a Wi-Fi at home.
That's okay, Nathan. What we'll do is we'll make contact with you soon after this meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look, thank you all. A really great, greatly appreciate your time, Leanne, and also your time, Omar. It's, you know, been extremely helpful and it's a wonderful opportunity moving forward for everybody. So as I said, we'll be in touch. So thanks again, everyone, and thank you for your time and your patience, because this is a fairly new way of doing things.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.